You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby. Fresh off of chasing Bo Bichette out of Toronto, PETA is back at it again.
Oh, man, what do they got?
I saw this story. So, you know, Groundhog Day coming up in just 2 weeks, February 2nd.
Yep.
The biggest one, and not in Canada, but sort of the most well-known, the star of the Groundhog Day movie, Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah, one of the reasons why the aliens don't talk to us.
That's right. So apparently every year, PETA tries to come up with some alternative to try and convince the people of Punxsutawney and the Groundhog Club of Punxsutawney to let Phil retire, so to speak, to stop doing this.
Are they abusing this ground? I feel like he just works like 1 day a year. He's got a pretty chill life, does he not?
I mean, work-wise, it's 1 day a year, but I guess he's kept in what they claim, and I don't know, is a smaller enclosure.
Okay.
Like, they would, like, basically, they don't even like animals to have to work 1 day. They think that he should be allowed to roam free and not have to entertain us.
Sure.
So this year, they're pitching that they replace him with the hologram. Like the Tupac style.
Okay.
So basically, on Groundhog Day every year, instead of a bunch of people gathering around a groundhog burrow waiting for him to come out and see if he sees his shadow or not, they would just fire up a big giant hologram that would either be like a blue representation of Punxsutawney Phil, and they would speak, like they would give it a voice, and he'd be 6 more weeks of winter, and then they would turn off. Or a pink one that says early spring.
So they just want a gender reveal for Groundhog's Day now?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Don't get me wrong. I think Groundhog's Day is quite silly, but I also feel like PETA just does things to encourage people to not want to be vegan and eat more meat. Every time they do one of these things.
It feels like they're always the unpopular stance in the room. Although I will say, this might be the one place I'm with PETA, although for different reasons. Like, I'm not, and I know you're going to turn this into something that I'm not trying to say. I don't care about the groundhog. Like you said, I think he works 1 day a year. He's probably very well taken care of.
It's a stupid thing, but it's also like, you don't need to change it. It's either get rid of it, you don't need to change it.
That's where I'm at. I think we need to team up with PETA and let's just shut this whole thing down and stop pretending that small woodland creatures predict the future.
I mean, if you are actually on the side of PETA and you're thinking in the animals' defense, I do think it would be awesome if we just had like a hot dog eating contest instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, based on the popularity of the Independence Day Coney Island hot dog eating contest, I'm down to do it whenever.
Or even, what if you just had an MMA fight? They pick like 2 guys each year. One's winner, one's for early spring.
I feel like it would be better done as pro wrestling. Like, I get what you're saying with like having 2 guys compete, but imagine the pomp and pageantry of professional wrestling as 6 more weeks of winter faces off against early spring.
A steel cage match.
They've got entrance musics and elaborate costumes, and they could take the audience on a ride, and then, you know, whoever, based on Farmer's Almanac data or whatever, is who's booked to win the match.
Winter versus spring.
I would be so down to travel to Philadelphia or Punxsutawney every year to watch the annual Groundhog.
Pay-per-view money to watch that.
Groundhogomania, baby.
Yeah, can you smell what the spring is cooking?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Looks like all the Greenland drama that has been everywhere lately is going away now randomly after a deal was reached yesterday.
Hey, I'm still confused on everything.
Well, I think the biggest thing to be confused about is they're saying that they got a deal done. Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, whatever his version of Twitter is, and says, we have a framework for a deal, which sounds a lot like the old Doug Ford announcement of an announcement. And then there's just no details. He's just like, we're not going to put tariffs on Europe. We're not going to take over Greenland by force, but we got a deal that's good for America.
So does that mean he's buying Greenland, or like, how is this working?
From the very little that they've said, it sounds like Denmark will keep control of Greenland. They're fully backing off, which is crazy because just like 24 hours ago, they were like, we're taking Greenland no matter what.
Yeah, I was seeing all these videos of military and stuff going out there. It's crazy.
Right. So it seems like, I don't know, it kind of feels like after all this drama, nothing is changing. Denmark still owns Greenland. America doesn't, but everybody's welcome to be there. just like they were before, and I guess we just move on, and everybody is supposed to feel safer now.
It's scary to me still.
That's honestly the biggest thing right now is like we keep seeing these escalations between different countries. Like if you had told me 5 years ago that the United States and Denmark would start pushing each other to the brink of war, like, no one would have believed you. That's such a random assortment of countries.
And I mean, if this is the case, if this is how easy it is to do it, can we just finally take Alaska?
I think that's what's in the cards at this point, right?
Can we just do that? Can we just finally complete the arm on the end of our country there?
By their own thing, right? Like, the United States is the ones that are like, oh, it's just sitting there. Denmark's not even close to it. We should just take it and run it.
We're closer to Greenland than they are. It doesn't make any sense.
Right? The idea that this would now become the second U.S. territory if they would have taken Greenland, that you'd have to travel through or over Canada to get to. It's just absurd.
It makes no sense. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, if we are buying places, if that's the thing, can we put in a bid to finally buy Florida as well, too?
Ooh.
I mean, think about how many people go out there, all the snowbirds and stuff,
Right.
just for the benefit of all the old folks that go down there. You won't have to pay any insurance.
Yep.
Don't got to worry about the big hospital bills. Plus, you're keeping all the money back in our country as well.
That's right. Yeah. If we're snowbirding to our own place, then that's just good for the Canadian economy. I mean, this sort of thing does feel like it's on the table now, like with the states talking about buying Greenland. Did you see the petition from Denmark to buy California?
No.
Yeah. A bunch of people, thousands of people in Denmark signed a petition asking the government to try and buy California as a retaliation to all this Greenland stuff. So, like, if we're all just going out and buying stuff, I'm just throwing it out there. Hawaii seems kind of lonely sitting out there in the middle of the ocean.
You know what? Screw Hawaii. Screw my idea of Florida.
Oh.
Let's buy the moon.
Let's get there before someone else takes it.
They're talking about all this tourism stuff for the moon. Let's cash in. The U.S. planted their flag first, but we're going to own it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If the U.S. is taking over or merging with Denmark, what country would you like to see Canada, quote, merge with?
I would take over Cuba, man. They love Canadians, and they're just such nice people, man. And,
Okay.
Not in the fact of actually taking over Cuba, but, maybe start sending some money there and making it more Canadian-Cuban, or Cuban-Canadian instead of, what's going on there right now.
So basically, you just want poutine at every resort.
Yeah, a little bit of poutine at every resort, yeah.
Poutine at every resort and less Americans.
Oh, absolutely, my friend.
That's actually a really great idea of a Canadian all-inclusive resort.
Right. Just instead of, like, taking over the country, just carving out a little bit of land that, like, Cubans let Canadians kind of run.
Well, you could do it with Cuba. You could do it with Mexico. You could do it with the Dominican Republic.
Sort of like you said with how Canadians are already going to Florida. Why not try and get some of that revenue? Just going to all the South American countries that we like to vacation to and just trying to carve out a deal.
Instead of having an embassy in all of these countries, we just have a gigantic resort there is what it is.
It's a Great Wolf Lodge is our embassy.
And anybody who wants to work at those resorts that's from a Cuba, Mexico, Dominican, they're allowed citizenship, which would then make us better or have a better chance of winning the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, I see. Because the resort would technically be Canadian, they would become dual citizens. And if our maitre d' or our host at the buffet just happened to have a killer arm for right field, so be it.
America's pastime becomes Canada's pastime.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Bo Bichette, officially put on a Mets jersey for the first time yesterday, and after the press conference, Sportsnet was there to ask him about leaving the Toronto Blue Jays and how he feels about the team and the fans and everything. Here's what Bichette had to say.
I only have fond memories of my time with the Blue Jays. I only have fond memories of the fans. They supported me so much through so much. And I also remember my first at bat in the World Series where they had my back and they believed in me after not playing for that long and were supporting me through that. So, yeah, I mean, I was open to it, and like I said, we had conversations throughout the offseason, but it just didn't pan out.
So there it is. It's just he wanted to make it work, it sounds like, but I'm interested to see when he has his first game back in Toronto. I think he should get a standing O for sure.
I am at Toronto, for whatever you want to say about any Toronto sports team, the fans do tend to welcome back former stars. We just saw the huge reaction Lowry got when he came back in the NBA not that long, played against the Raptors. Chants, cheers, all that stuff. I imagine Bichette will get the same.
Mitch Marner is back in Toronto on Friday. That'll be an interesting one, to say the least.
Sorry, there are exceptions to every rule. I don't think there's going to be any big Mitch chants. Maybe something that rhymes with it.
I disagree. I think so? Marner and Bichette both, you got to remember, these are young men. Like, think about the decisions that you've made in your life where maybe you wanted to make a career change or move or whatever it is. It's like, they're young men just going through life at the end of the day.
I get what you're saying, and I agree with everything you're saying. But you're putting logic on sports fans, and I don't know if that's going to be the case, brother.
Marner wasn't the problem. I think we realized that a lot this year. He was a solution for a lot of things, and I think a lot of you used him as a crutch last year. That's all I'm going to say.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, we were talking about William Shatner eating cereal, which then we started talking about the weirdest or worst foods to eat in your car. It spawned a whole draft. And we got this bad line message from someone that has nothing to do with eating food in the car, but seeing someone do something very bizarre in their car. Listen to this.
Yeah, so my husband was working in Montreal at the time, and he was sitting at a red light, and some dude slowed down next to him, and he was cutting his hair with a pair of scissors and one of those big combs, with the large, and he was driving with his knees, and he just went through the light after and went on his merry way. And I guess, not sure if his hair was cut straight or not, but he had a fresh cut. Have a great day.
Cutting your own hair in the car is crazy.
Cutting your own hair is crazy. There's not a good time to cut your own hair. To do it on a bumpy road, in a moving vehicle, while you're trying to steer with your knees, using the crappy little rear view mirror to try and figure out where everything is. This is a man who just does not care.
Oh, to quote Mad TV, the back of his head must have looked ridiculous.
You're putting so much at risk. One bad clip and your whole hairstyle is messed up. Not to mention, one pothole, you're holding scissors to your head.
I'd just love to know the situation that put this guy there. Like, did his barber cancel on him?
Right.
Was he on his way to a job interview, a hot date? Is that just a meltdown where one morning you're like, I hate my hair, I can't do this anymore?
If this was something like mid-COVID, when none of the hair salons or barbershops were open and people's hair was getting out of control, I know there are some people who just cannot stand the feeling of their own hair. Once it grows to a certain length, like the touch of it, I can't relate, but apparently the touch of the hair drives them crazy. But this is an extreme reaction.
It's always weird when you drive around and then you look into someone else's car and you see them doing something weird. I mean, I've seen people shave before. Cutting your hair is next level, but...
Yeah, well, depending on how you shave. I will say, if you have one of those, electric shavers that you just rub on your face...
Sure.
But if you're in there trying to get, the angles and trying to get the fade lines and stuff... Go home. Go to a bathroom.
Little cup of water to dip the razor in there.
You got the straight blade out. You just slice it away.
I think the thing about driving is we all forget that everybody can see what we're doing. You forget that you're in a thing that just has windows all around you.
Right. We're told when we learn how to drive that you have to be aware of everything that's going on. But for some reason, we think that nobody is aware of us. At its most basic, it leads to everybody picking their nose.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there.
I mean, just a reminder, we're all living in our own movie, but everybody else is still watching all the time.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen someone doing in their car?
Yeah, so we were going down to a Japanese festival in Mississauga, and there was this guy who was right on our butt. And I'm like, why is he wearing an entire motorcycle helmet on his in a car? And then when he got off the off ramp, I noticed that every single window in his car was missing. There wasn't one in his car. So he was just like riding everyone's butt just for like wind resistance, and then had like, you know, the bump reflector on.
So he wasn't a jerk.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. I'm like pointing to my partner. I'm like, look at that. So yeah.
I love the idea that he's at home and he's like, I need to drive. I need to go from where I am to where I need to go, but all my windows are gone. And then just looks at the helmet and goes, that's the move.
That's the plan. I got it. No buzz for teeth. It's the way to go.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, you got it.
Dangerous but impressive at the same time.
Honestly, yeah. I also like Dylan, who texted in 762-555. Saw a guy Frenching his dog at a red light. Feels like there's probably a lot of dog owners that are just like, all right, I'm parked. Come on over here.
Nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time. A lot of animal ones. People have said I've seen goats in the car.
Yeah.
I've seen sheeps in the car.
I mean, listen, if you've got an animal and you've got to get it from one place to another and you don't own a carrier, a hauler,
A truck or something, yeah.
you got to put them in the car, buckle them up.
A lot of people saying they see people read while in the car, which is weird. I mean, are you just like red lighting it, getting in a couple pages?
I mean, you would hope that it's red lights only, but also like
audiobooks exist, guys.
Yeah. How long is your red light that you're like, all right, time to pull out War and Peace?
Someone texted in and said, I'm currently on the highway right now and I'm watching a guy treat his car air freshener like a speed bag.
God, the way that some people drive on these highways around here, I feel like that's what most of people are doing.
That's got to be an idea that somebody's already made, a little miniature speed bag to put up there. I mean, I've seen the thing of the little drum set with the cymbals that you can put on your dashboard. Yeah. A speed bag would be clutch.
Would help with a lot of road rage incidents. Somebody cuts you off, and instead of like honking the horn, flipping them off, and getting in a fight, just take it out a couple rounds on the mirror, and then all right, we're good.
We got Shred It Rob on the phone. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen someone doing in their car?
Okay, so when I was living in California, I used to ride my motorcycle in rush hour traffic all the time.
Okay.
And I used to see women pleasuring themselves while sitting in traffic.
Getting in touch with their inner goddess, so to speak.
In California, they have what's called white lining. You can ride your motorcycle between stop traffic.
Yeah.
So I just kind of cruise along at, a couple of kilometers over the speed limit and look in cars and check out pretty girls. And 9 times out of 10, there was a lot of them that were not concentrating on the road, I guess you could say.
Is this why so many motorcyclists wear those cameras on their helmets?
And this was long before that, but if I would have known about camera helmets then, I probably would have had one.
Oh, God.
I have a great website.
Hey, you. The idea of, doing that to yourself while stuck in traffic is bizarre to me, because I don't think I've ever been sitting there stuck on the 401 or something and been like, you know what I should do right now?
We literally just talked about how a great addition to your car would be a speed bag so you could take your aggression out. You do not want to take your aggression out on your gentler bits.
Although, could relieve a little bit of stress if you think about it.
No, do not think about it.
That's why you're always supposed to keep napkins in the car, am I right?
Absolutely not.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The next time someone farts, don't go, ew, that's gross. Go, thank you for helping me prevent getting Alzheimer's.
I am not going to thank you for farting in the studio. That's just not happening.
It's a real thing. There's some scientists at Johns Hopkins University who have done a recent study which they have linked hydrogen sulfide, which is the gas responsible for the smell of farts. And they say that smell does provide effects against Alzheimer's disease. In fact, they actually say it could help regulate the processes that lead to cognitive decline.
This sounds like a study commissioned by somebody with a big time gas problem.
Check it out. It's actually kind of interesting. So what they did was they did a test on mice where these mice were engineered to mimic symptoms of human Alzheimer's disease.
Okay.
These mice were slowly injected with this compound designed to slowly release hydrogen sulfide throughout their entire body. And the mice that had the hydrogen sulfide in them showed a 50% improvement in both memory and motor function when compared to the untreated mice.
It's just so hard to wrap my head around, because everything that I've ever been told is the reason that we have such a foul response when we smell a bad fart is because in excess, the things that make that smell could be very, very bad for you. And you're telling me now that the idea of Dutch ovening your significant other is a therapeutic treatment.
It's actually an act of love, if you think about it now.
The next time your partner feels like they're having memory issues, you owe it to them, if you love them, to trap them under a fart-filled blanket.
Yeah. Next time you're in a car ride with your kids, keep the windows up. Trap them in there in the smell. Help them out in the long run, you know?
Kids, I'm just worried about your futures. That's why I'm doing this.
It's not immature. It's medicine is what it is.
Does this mean I can submit Taco Bell receipts to my insurance provider?
I mean, technically, if you think about it, Taco Bell is a medicinal clinic.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What the hell did you... What the... is that song?
What did he... All right, we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for Saturday's jackpot, and we're playing What the Meow Reverse Edition, where you guys have to meow the songs.
$18 million gold ball jackpot coming up on Saturday. Get $100 in tickets by being the best to meow today's song, which is Fortunate Son.
We're looking for some fortunate cats. All right, let's start off with Tanner here.
Okay.
Hey, this is Tanner, and this is my fortunate meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
All right.
That was good.
Hot start.
Yeah,
Hot
man.
start. Remember, you can judge 762-555. Let us know who has the best meow. We'll move on with Leslie.
This is Leslie. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.
Got a little hold of the catnip there, maybe?
A little bit, yeah. Also had like a Marge Simpson vibe to some of the meows.
For sure. We got Brad here.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow.
I'm talking about Marge Simpson.
Meow, meow. Hairball.
Aw.
Okay, we'll play a couple more here. We've got Mark.
My name is Mark Ferguson. Here's my meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Kind of lost it towards the end there, but I like the effort.
Okay, and we'll wrap up with Kylie here.
Hi, this is Kylie, and here's my version. Meow, meow.
Ooh.
Meow, meow.
Oh.
Meow, 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 meow.
Sounds like she's actually got some pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
That might be the most beautiful meow that I have ever heard in my entire life.
Honestly, yeah, it's definitely between, I would say, Kylie and it was like the first one, Tanner. I
Tanner?
think also was very melodic.
Okay, well, here's Tanner.
Hey, this is Tanner, and this is my fortunate meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
All right, so that's Tanner.
And then Kylie.
Hi, this is Kylie, and here's my version. Meow, meow. Meow, meow.
I don't know. I feel like she's just serenading us right now.
You remember that Disney cartoon, The Aristocats?
Yeah.
And you had the like really prissy, rich indoor cats and then the really rough outdoor cats?
Yeah.
That's Kylie versus Tad. They're both musically talented, but...
Text line's digging Kylie here this morning. Want to give it to her?
Unsurprising. Well done, Kylie.
Kylie, you're cat of the morning. You get the ding and the round of applause. $100 in Lotto 649 tickets is coming your way, and if anybody is looking for a new lead singer for their band, I highly recommend Kylie.
Especially if your band focuses on cat-related covers. Kylie is
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hey guys, I was listening to the radio this morning and I was a little confused at something I heard that mentioned yellow snow warning. Does that mean yellow snow is going to fall? Are you warning us about yellow snow falling? Because I've been avoiding touching that stuff for my life, but I ain't going outside if that's the case. So what's a yellow snow warning? Have a great day.
I'm so glad this guy left this voicemail because we have been joking about this for months. I don't know when it happens, sometime in the fall or whatever. Environment Canada all of a sudden started doing this color-coded system for the warning levels.
Yeah, it's a tiered system. And I mean, it's basically a copy of fire warnings that you see in a lot of districts and counties and stuff like that, where it's like yellow means there is some risk, orange means it's pretty serious, and red is very, very dangerous. And as with most Canadian winters, we rarely get past yellow.
But we laugh every time that we do the weather, and we have to read that it is a yellow snow warning.
Yeah, heads up, everybody. It's a yellow snow day today.
I understand the whole color-coded system thing. I just got to imagine the person who pitched it didn't have the idea. Either that or they're one funny SOB, you know?
This feels like one of those ideas that in these modern times of a lot of emails and chats and all these, nobody said it out loud until it was too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone was like, what if we did a tiered color thing? Yellow snow warnings, but nobody said it out loud. So nobody else went,
I feel like maybe even it was someone brought it up and there's a bunch of people that were just like, yeah, let them roll with it, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe everybody in the boardroom had a sense of humor and was like, no, this is good. This will be fun.
I don't understand why we need the color-coded system for it. I mean, it's even the whole, like, there's a polar vortex thing. Like, we're always trying to give new names for all these situations. It's like, just say that there's heavy snow today.
That's just it. You don't need to church it up. We're Canadians. We live with this 8 months out of the year. If you tell us it's going to snow, we'll be ready for the snow. It's not going to make us more ready by telling us that it is yellow snow. In fact, that'll make us ready in a different way.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of if it's a yellow snow warning, a yellow rain warning, people are going to drive like idiots regardless. It doesn't really matter. You
Absolutely. Well, although I guess when you say it like that, if everyone's going to act like an idiot no matter what, we might as well all get a giggle out of it.
Yeah. It's good to know that someone at Environment Canada has a sense of humor.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Text 760 So you want to get on the radio? Just send us a text. You got a question now and send it to us. We'll read it on the radio. 760 Send us anything that you want right now. Just send us a text. All right, let's get her going. 762-555. First one in here says, what do you think of the new Rush band? It's never going to be the same without Neil. I mean, obviously.
It can't. It can't possibly. There is no, even regardless of who your favorite drummer is, there's no drummer like Neil, but also, have we heard them yet?
No, they haven't done any performances or anything, so I feel like it's too early to judge a book by its cover.
It's definitely not going to be the same, but I don't think that immediately means it's going to be bad. Like, Alex and Getty are still very talented musicians with a rich catalog to pick from for these shows, so I still am hopeful it'll be great.
I mean, if they're happy, I'm happy, honestly.
Yeah.
Someone said, isn't it funny that A-hole and B-hole mean the same thing? Never thought about that
before. So where's the C hole?
I'm sure in Australia they have a term for that. I know we got one for D hole.
That's very true. We probably put a hole for the whole alphabet if we really tried.
Oh, would an E hole be ear hole?
Oh, it's got to be ear hole.
Ear hole?
Yeah, better than eye hole.
F hole?
I feel like that one speaks for itself.
I feel like the more you go, the dirtier you could get.
Yeah.
Someone said, does anybody else feel terrible walking in after someone just mopped the floor in the winter? That's got to be the most Canadian thing of all time, isn't it?
I don't feel as bad walking in after. It's the during. It's while they're still there. Because they know, right? They're mopping a place that people have to walk. And you know that you've got to get through there. But you both have this moment of like, no.
Do you do that? I always do that tiptoe thing.
Yeah. As if it's somehow going to be. But then, like, I'm not a graceful man. So as I try to do that, I almost certainly take more steps or, like, lose my balance.
You've never walked more gracefully in your life than I was seeing someone mop and you come in with your winter boots on and you're like, I'm so sorry.
Although I would rather have that situation than when you walk in somewhere that has a mat and you go to kick the snow off and the mat is oversaturated.
Yeah.
And you just start kicking up splash.
Oh,
that's the worst.
The sound that makes too, that. All right, we'll wrap up with this one. Ted said, the other day you talked about renaming planets. Fun fact, Brock's technically right. Did you know Uranus used to be called George?
I can't tell if this is a space fact or if it's just a joke that I haven't got the punchline to yet.
No, apparently this is true from what I Googled here. It said Uranus George refers to the initial name Georgium Sidus, which was George's star.
Okay.
Which was originally given to the planet Uranus by its discoverer, William Herschel, in honor of his patron, King George III.
How much did this guy not like King George for them to change it to Uranus?
Apparently, the name wasn't popular outside of Britain, was the biggest thing, leading to the eventual adoption of the mythological name Uranus by some other guy, Johann Bode.
Well, sure, because only Britain has King George, but everybody's got Uranus.
I will say, we were talking about that whole A-hole, B-hole thing earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to refer to my B-hole as George from now on. Next time I'm following Courtney up the stairs, I'm going to go, hiya, Georgie.
She'll love that.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.